So we're nearing the first anniversary of the Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade, which, of course, not only has impacted so many American lives, but really changed the nation's politics. And you've got reporting, and Axios is reporting that Planned Parenthood is now calling for major reform at the judiciary level. Tell us about it.
Yeah, we have a scoop that basically, for the first time ever, Planned Parenthood is calling on Congress to enact stricter ethics standards, to expand the number of justices, and also to try to prevent the way the courts work that enabled them to put a pause. You had that one judge in Texas that was able to pause, an abortion drug. Now, the Supreme Court intervened, obviously, to prevent that from happening, but it created a lot of fear and anxiety among women in America. And basically, this is the first time you're seeing Planned Parenthood really get into judicial reforms that progressives have been pushing for the last few years.
And that comes, of course, with all these scandals, if you will, about the Supreme Court, ethics violations, Justice Thomas in particular, and certainly abortion going to remain a major story as we head into next year's election. Look, we are, speaking of next year's election, still many, 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 many months from it. So I hesitate to draw too many conclusions from certain moments. But this does seem like Governor Ron DeSantis was in desperate need of a reset. And there's a really damning story over the weekend in the New York Times about people close to him suggesting that he's in real trouble if he doesn't change things and change things fast. Seemed like he tried to do that this weekend in Iowa. It helped that Trump wasn't there. Give us a quick sense as to where you think things stand are for the Florida governor, where we may just be a couple weeks from him announcing a run.
Absolutely. The governor really wanted to not get in the race, back in January, right after the midterms. He wanted to do this legislative session where he signed a bunch of bills, conservative priorities. I think his team basically saw this as a way to contrast himself with Donald Trump. Look, I'm getting stuff done. But what actually happened is he was sort of half in as a candidate, half out, and that enabled Donald Trump to just pummel him day after day after day without really an infrastructure to beat back. So going to Iowa, having this new super PAC go out and defend him on the airwaves and online, I think you're seeing them steady the ship a little bit. And, with all these races, his expectations are now much lower than they were 6 months. And so I bet you there's going to be a comeback narrative in 2 or 3 weeks. And we'll be seeing what the other one interesting thing I'd point out is there's this narrative that DeSantis is awkward. And so at every single stop now, reporters are looking. Is he interacting with the crowd? Right. Is he shaking hands? Is he staying long enough? And if you're, advanced staff, you're now going to have to stay an extra 30 minutes at every single event he goes to show, hey, he likes people. Iowa,
one of the stops everyone makes are those Pizza Ranch, the pizza chain, and I saw the tweets over the weekend, is he talking to voters there? What kind of pizza is he having? Last week, do we have a timetable as to when other candidates may be jumping in? There's been rumors about Tim Scott, Mike Pence, and others for a while. What do we think?
I think in the next month, you're going to see several candidates get in. I think Tim Scott's going to come in. I think it's May 22nd is the date where they're circling. You're going to see his super PAC get bolstered. Mike Pence also in the next month. Those are the two main candidates.
All right. National political correspondent for Axios, Alex Thompson, covering a lot of ground for us this morning.